Hey, what is going on once again to all of my alternative adult book snobs out there? It's me, Amira Blaze. Welcome back, guys. Part 2 here of my humongous book reorganization project. You know, I gotta keep myself busy, guys, while we're dealing with this whole coronavirus situation, which is it's ridiculous. So I figure, you know, not to be lazy, I took, guys, let me tell you, I tore my room apart, and I figure I might as well take care of my books and you guys, you know, sharing it with you guys in the process, so you guys can see how I, you know, reorganize stuff. So my end goal is to have all of my vampire books on this side, all of my historical fiction and other historical romance on that side, but we'll see. So in part 1, I finished reorganizing all of my Anne Rice books, and as you can see, Vampire Diaries books and the spin-off Bloodlines. So we're just gonna continue, guys, on today's episode of Bookshade. All right, so as you can see here, I'm being ridiculous and just moving my, you know, chair. This is so crazy. I will never get a chair again, guys, with armrests, never ever again. So let me see if I can get, okay, that's much better. Okay, so part 2, let's continue here. So we're gonna continue, guys, with a book series that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, which is sad. It's greatly overlooked. It's by an author that honestly so talented and gone too soon, and her name was L.A. Banks. And I have the complete Vampire Huntress Legend series. So it's a long series. There are 13 books in all. So let's put these, because I want to read them. I'm gonna have to cover up my Anne Rice books. That's fine. So let's go ahead and do it here. And I have all 13 books to this wonderful series here. Okay, so the first book is Minion, and I have the special Huntress edition of this. So if you are a stan for Anne Rice, you will love this series. Think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but multicultural version of that. And don't get me wrong, there were multicultural people in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but not as much as this series, and I've heard good things about it, so I had to get it. So we have Minion, and then after Minion we have The Awakening. So there's the second book, The Awakening, and all of her covers, guys, are really badass. So that's why maybe, I mean, I don't pick, well, I won't lie, no bullshit. Sometimes I do pick series based on how cool the cover looks, and sometimes I'm wrong by doing that, but sometimes I discover book series that are really, really good, you know? All right, so we have The Awakening. Next, we have The Haunted, so a little bit bigger. Now, I really wish I could have gotten these books in a little bit better condition, but hey, I couldn't resist. I had to get them. And you can always use book tape if you're, you know, into that, and put it over the cover to protect it, you know. So then we have The Haunted. And then after The Haunted, we have The Bitten. So this is my favorite cover. That is so sexy. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So we have that. Trying not to trip on my cord here. So then after The Hunted, The Bitten, then we have the Forbidden. Where did I put Forbidden? Where is it? Hold on one second, guys. I gotta sit on the ground here to find these. Oh, here it is, the Forbidden. Whoa! And we got books falling on your lady here. All right, so here we go. Can I? Perfect. Okay. So some of her books, guys, they're smaller paperback. I couldn't get hardcover in this series. You can, but it's really, really expensive. So I just got the soft cover because I don't know, more economical. All right. See, the older you get, guys, the more it takes time to get off your ass. All right. So here is the Forbidden, and this is a nicer, a good quality cover. It's thicker too. All right. All right. So we got the Forbidden, and then after the Forbidden we have the Damned. Oh, this is totally gonna fall on me. Okay, let me like put these over here. All right, so this one is it's supposed to come with the poster, but mine that I bought does not have it. So this is the Damned. I like this cover too. All right, so we have the Damned, then we have the Forsaken. I wish this one came in better quality. It's stuff is falling. What the hell? All right, this one's a little beat up, but I gotta get some book tape, but it's still readable, so that's good. All right, I love those red shoes. Yes. And it also has an original Vampire Huntress short story inside if you want like additional content. All right, so then we have the Forbidden. Okay, so we have Forbidden, the Damned, the Forsaken, and then the Wicked. This one also did not come better than the other one, but still, there is the Wicked. See, I like to support like diversity as well when it comes to reading vampire books and stuff, and just I think it's important to have that type of diversity when you're reading books, because then you get all different sorts of perspective, and to me perspective is important. That's just me though. All right, so then after the Wicked we have the Cursed. These are a little bit thicker books in the series here. So this one actually is an original between the books episode inside. So this is like right in between the book series. This is cool. I just like the covers on these two are pretty sick. So then we have the Cursed. Then after the Curse, we have the Darkness starting. All right, so we have the Darkness. Oh my god, this is like gonna fall on me. Alright. Okay, so then we have the Darkness. I like this cover too. Alright, so we have the Darkness. And then we have the Shadows. This one's a little beat up, but not that bad. As long as the books are not like falling apart, I don't care, you know? All right, so then after the Shadows, we have the final book in the series, which is, or the 12th book, which is the 13th. Alright, there we go. So this is the final book in the series. That's so hot though. Man, he's sexy as fuck, yes. So there is all of the LA Banks books for my pleasure there. Now there's not 13 because there is a book that's called The Shadow Walker, a Netru Academy novel, but I haven't been able to find that one. So at least I have the first 12 books, so it's complete technically. So all right, and then books 10, 11, and 12, The Darkness, The Shadows, and the 13th, they're known as the Armageddon finale to the end of the series. And then she came out with some other series, but I was mainly interested in that one because it has vampires in it. All right, so we are done with the lovely LA Banks here. I have some smaller book series, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get all of the books by Stephanie Meyer that I have, which is just Twilight. I'm not a fan of Twilight, to be honest. And then you're saying, well, why did you buy the books? Sometimes, guys, I buy books because I'm like, I just want to see what the hype is about. Is it really worth it? The movies, like, I've watched a little bit here and there. I need to watch them in its entirety, but they just look really overrated. And, you know, vampires should not have that much damn glitter on them. I'm just saying. I like my vampires with some chest hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. No. All right. So, oh man, this messy ass show. Messy ass show. Okay. So, let's go ahead and I think I want to put away some of like my shorter like trilogy kind of books. So we'll do that, like some of my compilation or book series that are a little bit shorter. So I do have these. I might as well do them here. These are pretty cool, guys. I got these both for a really good deal. This is a series that is, it has like over 25 short stories of hot blood and midnight pleasures, all this good shit, all kinds of cool authors in here. This is called I highly would suggest getting this if you're into specifically vampire romance. So this is the Mammoth Book of Vampire Romance. So this is the first volume, and then this is volume 2. Really excited to read these. I heard they're pretty steamy, and I like me some good steam, honey. Okay, okay. I'm just saying. All right. So I think I'll put these here next to the. Whoa. Okay, I think I have to push these back so they don't like fall. I think that. Okay. Because I don't want these to tip over. Okay, so that's good. So we have Vampire Romance, Mammoth Book, Vampire Romance, Volume 1, Volume 2. So I have to read those two to review. Because I'm going to be reviewing, guys, all of these books. I have a lot of reading to do. I still haven't even finished Civil Warriors yet. I'm like midway point. I try to read 2 books a month, but this month, guys, has been a messy month for yours truly. So, all right, we got that done. And what else we got here? Oh yeah, Twilight. So let's do that. The Twilight books. Stephanie Meyer. Wow, she looks really good though. See, I gotta find out like what moisturizers are these authors using? Like, what? Okay, so okay, let me get the order of the books here. Okay, so you have the first book, of course, duh. It's called Twilight. And these books are not that big. I thought it's not going to take me long to read this. So we have the first Twilight. So I'll put it like right here. So we got Twilight. Then after Twilight comes New Moon. Yeah, I got these really cheap for like $2-3, guys. I was not going to pay full price for these. Oh, hell no. So there's New Moon. Covers look cool though. Alright. And then we have Eclipse. I won't lie though, as much as I hate Twilight though, Twilight is responsible for that second wave of like people being interested in vampire shows. Like if it was not for Twilight, we wouldn't have Vampire Diaries or True Blood. So I gotta give props where props is due. But and here's the thing, guys, even though the whole vampire craze thing has died down in America, it's actually still popular overseas because in the UK they make a lot of vampire shows and stuff like that. I didn't know that. So there is Eclipse is my favorite cover with the ribbon. So then we have Eclipse. That's book 3. And then the final book is called Breaking Dawn. Oh my gosh. Not to be like that. See, it's the hair. It's the hair that's doing it to me, guys. All right, there we go. So we have Breaking Dawn. So we are all set with that. Okay. This is looking good though. All right, let me make sure it looks as good as it can. Okay, so then, all right, so we got Twilight, all that completed. Okay, so now, okay, I have some other books here. Let me check these here. These are by Brenda Joyce. I want to see if these are vampire related here. I just saw these on a whim and they were a good price, so I couldn't resist. I like reading paranormal romance in general, but anything with vampire, I'm like obsessed with like reading vampire romance. These vampires are sexy, man. But you know what else I've been getting into though? I won't lie. I like a werewolf as well. I can appreciate a very sexy werewolf. Hashtag werewolves are sexy. Yes, good. Alright, so a mess. Okay. See, all the authors I like are really like good looking women, so it helps me to stay confident, you know? Alright, so let's see what. Okay. Oh, I don't have the complete series of this. Okay, this is called the Master of Time series. So there's, all right, so okay, so I don't have a complete set on this one. I'll have to get the rest of the books then. I thought this was complete. Apparently not. Okay, so the first book is there's 5 books in all. So this is Masters of Time, and this is Dark Seduction. So yeah, so this is paranormal romance. So I think this will just be vampires and paranormal romance on this side and historical on this side. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. All right, so we have Dark Seduction, which is the first book. So I'll put that because I do want to read those. So that's the first book. Is well, not Dark Seduction. What am I doing here? Okay, this is the first book. Sorry, guys. Let me like do this properly, okay? So we have Dark Lover. So this is the Master of Time series is what it's called. Oh, look at those abs. Lookable. No. All right. So we have Dark Lover. And we got Dark Lover. Or is it Dark? Oh no, Dark Seduction is first, then Dark Love. What is... Okay, I don't know what's happening here, guys. So you see why organization is important? So, okay, Dark Seduction is the first book. So that's it, Dark Seduction. So that goes first. Then after Dark Seduction comes Dark Rival. Bicep to Die For. Okay, so then after Dark Rival... Man, this is not staying straight. Well, I tried. So Dark Rival. Then there's Dark Embrace. So this is a paranormal romance here. So Dark Embrace. Dark Victory. Oh no, I do have all the books. I'm an idiot. Then there's final book in the series, which is Dark Lover. All dark. Just how I like it. No. A mess. I am a mess. Okay, so that is the Master of Time series. So that's complete. What else I got here? So I have... some of these books here. These I can put on its own. I heard these are supposed to be really good. I like also from time to time collecting standalone series of like alternative spin-offs of Dracula. So like, what if Dracula and Mina went off and screwed over Jonathan Harker? Or, you know, what if Jonathan was like, Mina, I just cannot handle this, and he found someone new? I love that. That's why I love historical fiction, because it kind of plays around with different alternate kind of storylines and stuff depending on what you're reading. So this is supposed to be like a continuation of the Dracula story. So this is Blood to Blood. The Dracula story continues. So I think what I'm gonna do is make a spin-off section for Dracula, just everything Dracula only. So I'll put it here, and then this is supposed to be another continuation of the Dracula story with Mina, and I heard this is also really sickening. So this is Mina by... They're both written by Elaine Berstrom. If you are like a vampire book stan like myself, those two books are highly recommended, especially if you're into Dracula. Okay, so I got that, and then I have these here. Now this is a small trilogy by Colleen Gleason. So let me get the book order for that. So we have Colleen. Okay, so yeah, Colleen Gleason. And also, guys, if you're looking for book order too, I like to go to Goodreads as well. So this is part of the Dracula Vampire Trilogy. So there's 3 books, of course. So, oh, you can get it as a box set, and it has a 4th bonus book. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and she writes all kinds of like historical fiction. Oh, that's cool. I have to get that. Some of her other books, maybe. But if they have it available as an ebook, I will get that shit. just because I don't, as you can see, I just don't have room for more books. And I'm not gonna buy another bookshelf because I know that's gonna enable me. So we have, first book is the Vampire Voss. These are a little bit used, but that's okay. Ooh, this is so sexy. Ugh, like Seduce Me Now, Vampire Voss. So we have that. So yeah, Vampire Voss. Second book is Vampire. Well, I think I like Dimitri. So here is Vampire. He's totally my type. Yes, one. All right. As you can see, guys, hopeless romantic here. Okay. All right. And the final book is the Vampire Narcisse. There we go. Vampire Narcisse. Oh, the other way around. Oh shit. No. A mess. Okay, there we go. So we got that trilogy all good and in place. Okay, so I think we are good there. Now here's the fun part, guys. I have, you know what I'm gonna have to do just to save space? I'll have to move these up here. Or no, actually, you know what? Just, it's gonna, I'm gonna have to make some space here. I'll put these on top. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so then that'll make some more room because, mind you guys, I have the J.R. Ward Black Dagger Brotherhood. I finally got all the books, finally. And I also have the complete Stooky Stackhouse, and I want those to be separated. So then what I'm gonna have to do, just to save some, to really make space here, I'm gonna have to, even though I didn't want to do it, but I'll have to do it. I'll have to bring Vampire Academy and these books up here. Yeah, that's the only way I can do this. Because then I have the books I'm going to be reading now up front, and then I'll switch it once I finish reading and then bring the other. So that's the way, guys, I like to do my book system. Is the older books I've already read, I put in the back. The newer books I push up front because it forces me to read those. And then once I finish reading those, then I can alternate it and push it in the back and then reread the other books that I haven't read in a long time. Just to, you know, now that I'm doing this show, I want to read stuff that's a little bit newer, but then also read series that are more vintage too. Because I like, you know, I like both. I can see the benefit in newer book series, but I also don't want people to forget the classics. Because if it was not for the classics, we wouldn't have the newer stuff too to appreciate. But that's just me though. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, actually this worked out like perfectly. So I had everything Rachel Mead, I can just put it here. Look at that. That worked out perfect. And then you know what? Just to keep continuity, I'm gonna have to do this like this. Perfect. See, so this worked out great. So you see how I made more room? Okay, so okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do until I get the new other books, I'm gonna put these smaller series here because I know I'll read these eventually. And these are like okay, so These are like, yeah, I want to read my Dracula stuff first. Because, guys, do you know I have not read Dracula? And here I am saying I'm a vampire book stan. I'm a poser, man. So I got Dracula. So I gotta read that after I finish Civil Warriors. And then start working my way through all of these. Okay, so now... Okay, so now, guys, I'm gonna get my Dracula spin-off books and stuff, and then we will continue here. Okay, so I will be right back here, guys. I hope you're enjoying today's episode of Bookshade.
Sink down and emotions feel like I never did before. Life shows him spoken, reels of the movie I ignored. Blue skies on a broken sea and I'm stuck up on the shore. I never thought you could see me, but you did. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called.
All right, guys, I am back here. Let me get some water. Ah, refreshing. All right, here I am. So let's continue here. I got a whole bunch of what they call like Dracula like spin-off books. I really should get more, but these are the main ones that people have said that are really good and they stood out to me. But guys, there's so many variations of the Dracula story. I could never finish reading them all. Just like, wait, I don't even know, guys, how I make time to read all this here, but I just make time. I just love reading. It's a great form of escapism if you really think about it. You know, you can just like ignore everybody and just go into a different universe. You know what I mean? Okay, so I finally did get Dracula. This is what they call a flex bound book. This is great if you want a soft cover, but yet you still want it to be well protected. And this is so cool. And it has like some of the major quotes in here. Oh, I can't wait to read this. So definitely going to put it here. And there are, guys, official sequel books that were written by Bram Stoker's like great nephew here, Dr. Stoker. So the first one, this is the order you actually have to read it, because there is the prequel, which I'll show you in a moment. But after you read Dracula, then you read this book, which is Dracula the Undead. So this is Dr. Stoker and Ian Holt, and they said this is really good. So I was like, ooh, shit, I better get that. So put it in the proper order. Then after Dracula the Undead, this is because if you read the prequel, it's gonna spoil Dracula for you, which is kind of interesting. So this is by Dr. Stoker and J.D. Barker. This is really cool cover. This is Dracul. So if you are a Dracula stan like I am, apparently this is really good, but you have to read Dracula the Undead before reading this one. So put it in the right order. Even though I wanted the hardcovers to be in like one area, but okay, perfect. So now all of my Dracula spin-offs and stuff will be in the front. And then there was another one I had. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh no, that's not it. Where did I put it? See, this is what happens. You gotta keep your stuff in order, guys. So important. It's somewhere around here. Oh yeah, here it is. I found it. See, this is why I'm organizing stuff, guys. So important. Oh my gosh, here it is. Okay, so another spin-off that's pretty good from what I've heard too. This is by Suri James. And I'm also, guys, in case you don't know, I am a huge fan of Jane Austen. So she also did this historical fiction called The Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen, so I gotta get that too. But this is The Secret Journals of Mina Harker, and this is called Dracula, My Love. I heard this is really good. So imagine, guys, that Mina is just like, I'm sorry, Jonathan, but like Dracula is my man, so I got to bounce. So this is kind of like her take on like what draws her to Dracula, why she is so attracted to him. So I think that's what this is about from what I was told. So yeah, it's a little beat up, but as long as the pages are good, I'll use some book tape and it'll be good. So there it is. So then we will put it right there. Okay, so then another Mina spinoff too is Dracula in Love, and this is supposed to be like very sensual and just like it's pretty much the way they describe this. Dracula in Love by Karen Exis this is pretty much like Twilight for adults, and I was like, ooh. So I was just like, I gotta get this because if it is, it's gonna be juicy. Okay, so I'll put this here. These are all standalone books. So okay, I think what I'm gonna do, because this is kind of being finicky, I'll put it on this side. Okay, that works actually better. All right, perfect. All right, let's make sure everything is looking good there. Okay, great. And then this book is actually historical fiction, but if you're really into the history of Dracula and you want like a really interesting variation on that and the lore and stuff, this is it's in like top 10 like vampire books about Dracula you must read. So this is The Historian by Elizabeth it's like Kostova. Yeah, Kostova. So I got it, really excited. This is a thick read, but I heard is really good. So see, I always pick books that are thick reads. Like I just finished reading a book by Sydney Winward. It's her first book in the Bloodborne series. It's just called Bloodborne, and that was really good, but it was like 438 pages, and that's the first time I've read something like that. So I don't know how I'm gonna do with reading the Outlander books because they're like over 1,000 pages. So I'm like, it's audiobook time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think this one, yeah, I'll have to do it like that just to keep everything kind of all right. So those are all my Dracula spin-offs and all that good shit. All right, now I have like a standalone book here. These are like the first two books. And guys, you will not believe I found a vampire book at like Dollar Tree. So this is Debutante and Daggers. Think of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but like Southern style. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I was like, let me try it. And this is it has Rebel Belle and Miss Mayhem. This is by Rachel Hawkins. So this is a different series. So if I like it, I'll get the other books. So I'll just put it up top here because it's really a standalone. And all right, so we are done with all of the main vampire books here. I have some that are standalones. And then I'll put those ones in somewhere. But I also have what is it? I have Laurel K. Hamilton. How could I forget? I love her books too. They're very juicy. Very, very steamy, as they would say. Alright, so let me... But I love Laurel K. Hamilton. I love her like sense of humor. And she looks good too. Okay. But she's known, guys, for the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. I would love to collect this, but there's just too many books and they are very expensive. So I've collected a couple, but if the rest are in ebook form, I'm probably gonna get it that way just because I don't have the space. But I still want to read them though, because I heard they're really, really good. And she does have some separate novellas and like spin-offs and stuff, but you have to buy like a compilation book for that. I hope someday she would just make like a complete like what they did with the Vampire Chronicles for Anne Rice, but just do it for her book series. I would buy that because then I have it all in one, you know. So the main Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series, there's 25 books, so I'm just going to put the ones in order that I have. So I have some that are soft cover. I started collecting them, but then they were, I was like 20, that's over 20 books. Is kind of crazy. So all right, so I have the first book, and this is like an older copy of it, but that's Guilty Pleasures. So where am I gonna put these? I'm not gonna read these right away. Okay, so I think I'll just put this one behind here for now. Okay, so I have Guilty Pleasures, and then Blue Moon would come right after that. Then I have these separate books. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. So this is Blue Moon. Then I have Micaiah. So this is book number 13. I got this one new actually. Then I have Incubus Dreams, which is book number 12. And I'll have to move this around once I get the other originals books. Then I have Narcissus in Chains, which is book number 10. So I got these all new, but they were expensive, man. I was like, shoot. All right, so man, I just want to keep them all like together. I think I may have to put them like all right, so I wonder how many see here. Let's see, will it fit? Okay, I think I may have to do this. But I just want them to fit so flat. Okay, perfect. Because I will read those later. And then for hardcover, I have Kiss the Dead, which came out in 2012. So this one, I have hardcover. Got this not too long ago. So I'll put it I'll have to put it like that. Okay. So then after that, I have a lick of frost. I think, no, this is not part of the, I think this is like a separate book, maybe. So I have it though. Yeah, so this is a standalone book. So let's put it on top here. Then I have, this is Anita Blake. This is Skin Trade. I like the cover on this one. And Skin Trade is book 17. So I'll just put it here. And yeah, that's it for my Laurel K. Hamilton stuff. So now the fun part. Okay, so I don't know what to read first, guys. You guys in the vicious comment section below, let me know what I should read first. Should I read Stooky Stackhouse series or J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood? Now, shout outs to Peace Love Books because she loves this series and I love Peace Love Books. She is an amazing person. So I'm a super stan for her. So I think I'll do Black Dagger Brotherhood first. That's what I should really read after actually I'm gonna read in between Civil Warriors and that series and then go into Stooky Stackhouse. But if you guys have differ, you know, let me know because I want to review it. So okay, so we'll start with Stooky Stackhouse and put it in the correct order. Stooky Stackhouse series, guys, is done by Charlene Harris. This is the book series that is responsible for True Blood, the TV show, which I have to finish. I finished the first season. I was getting the season 2, but I think now I'm gonna have to rewatch everything just so that it's like congruent when I, you know, let's say I want to review it for the show or something like that. So all right, let's get started with it here. Yeah, if the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter books were not so expensive, I would collect them, but I just was like, I tried and now it's like $8 a book. Forget it. All right, maybe if I go to a used bookstore and if I see them cheaper, then maybe I might have to do that, but who knows. So all right, let's do Charlene Harris. So I think I'm gonna read Black Dagger Brotherhood first by J.R. Ward. But yeah, I like Charlene Harris. She's so badass though. Alright, so or it's known as the Southern Vampire Mysteries as well. Okay. So there are 15 books in all, and I have all of them, which I'm grateful for. So, and I bought these books, guys, like section by section. I didn't get these all in one take, okay? So, first book is Dead Until Dark. Dead Until Dark. Right here. I actually read the first book, but I'll read it again. I have the one that's the TV show version of it. It's so cool. I like that. All right, so we'll put this in the back. Then after that, we have Living Dead in Dallas. They're not. Some are in better condition than others, but guys, I was so grateful. I was able to find it and get the whole collection all at once. So I was like, yes. But these books, guys, they're so popular though that they can be expensive. I got these good deal though. So here's Living Dead in Dallas. I started reading these and then I stopped for some reason. I think I got into something else. That happens sometimes when you get into one book series, but then you want to read another one, you know? It's a pain. All right, so we have Dead Until Dark, Living Dead in Dallas. Then we have Club Dead. I think I did put these in order. So Club Dead. And then Dead. Oh, no, I didn't. Dead to the World. I have to remember I gotta show these to you guys. So here's Club Dead. And then Dead to the World. I like this cover. Because she's just like, oh, do we have to do this every night? You know, like, oh, dropping my books. Okay, then we have Fairy Dust after Dead to the World. Fairy Dust. Well, apparently I don't have all of them then, because I don't have Fairy Dust. Oh, they're together in a book called A Touch of Dead. Oh, here it is. Okay. So these are kind of like spin-off stories. So in case you don't have this one, guys, A Touch of Dead has the stories Fairy Dust and Dracula Night. This is the complete Stooky Stackhouse. It's like short stories. So it's called A Touch of Dead. That's why I was confused. So then this technically goes here because it fills in like for the next book, which is book 5, which is Dead as a Doornail. It's kind of hard to read these because they're small. All right, so Dead as a Doornail. Cool. All right, so Dead as a Doornail. And then after that we have... Okay, so that's another short story in the Touch of Dead. So that's like... Okay, and then we have Definitely Dead, which is the book 6. So you definitely want to get those short stories if you want a complete set, the Touch of Dead's book. So this is Definitely Dead. Okay, and then there's a short story. I don't have that. It's called Tacky, and it's under My Big Fat Supernatural Wedding. So I don't have that. And then there's All Together Dead. Short stories are just kind of, they could be like spin-off stories or different takes on things. So I always try to at least collect the main part of the series. So that's it, All Together Dead. But some authors are nice where they do something like that and they'll put all the short stories together, so you don't have to like go collecting separate compilation books, you know. All right, so we have Definitely All Together Dead. Then we have Lucky, which is another spin-off story in A Touch of Dead. So I have that. And then after you read that, then you read book 8, which is called From Dead to Worse. So this is a longer series, but it's not as long as like Anita Blake or the Arginal series. Like seriously, those are like 30 books. Definitely not able to collect those. So there's the Dead to Worse, or From Dead to Worse. Okay, then I have another short story, A Touch of Dead. And then there's this other story called Bacon, which is a short story in this book compilation called Strange Brew, which I do not have. Then there's Dead and Gone after that. So there is Dead and Gone. So yeah, as you can see, this is a interesting series because a good portion of it is in short stories too, as well as main books. So then after Dead and Gone, there's two more short stories. The Britons Go to Hell and Dahlia Underground. And then there's Dead in the Family. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is the 10th book in the series. So Dead in the Family. And then there's another spin-off story called Two Blondes. And I have the Stooky Stackhouse Companion. This is also going to be important too, guys, because there's a story in there called Small Town Wedding. So this is the companion. So it actually includes the Stooky Stackhouse novella and like interviews and stuff. So yeah, I would suggest getting this if you want a complete set. So I'll just put that right up top like that. And even Glamour magazine has a Dahlia like short story called Very Vampire Christmas. It's in the December 2010 issue if you can get your hands on that. Then you have Dead Reckoning. Now we are up to the 11th book in the series. Dead Reckoning. See if I can, yeah, there we go. Get it up there. Okay, so Dead Reckoning. All right, we got another short story, Death by Dahlia. Then after that, you have Deadlocked. So I think this one, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it here, Deadlocked. And then two more stories. If I Had a Hammer and Playing Possum. So those are like half, like maybe like short stories. Don't have that. But then the last book here is Dead Ever After. This is the 13th book in the series. So put that there. But then there's also this book I found out about. It's called Dead But Not Forgotten. So I think this is where all the other stories are, some of them. This is stories from the world of Stooky Stackhouse. So this is Charlene Harris and Tony L.P. Keldner. So you may want to get these supplemental books to kind of fill in the gaps for some of the short stories. Then... Ooh, there we go. So, you know, actually, even though it's not in the right order, okay, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this, just so that I can put the J.R. Ward books in the right place here. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna take another quick break here, and then I'm gonna get all the J.R. Ward books, and we'll get, well, they're right there. So let me take another drink break here, guys, and we will finish up the first two parts here on Bookshade.
shoes run so deep. Now when I try to sleep, I feel so bad. I should leave, and by the time it's done, I'll be gone.
All right, guys, so I just had to rest my feet for a little bit, get some water. Man, this has been an interesting process here, trying to figure this out, seeing what works and then what doesn't. All right, let's get back into it, and we'll conclude the second part, and then later on today we'll do the historical fiction, and then anything that's miscellaneous will fill on the second shelf here. But so far so good. We're making good progress here. Making good progress. All right, let's get back into it. All right, here I am, hot, sweaty mess. Okay, actually, this is taking a lot longer than what I thought, actually. I didn't think it was going to take this long, actually, but hey, it's good. All right, now the moment that you have, I'm sure all of you who have cared to watch it for this long, no, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. So, the moment that you have been waiting for, we are going to get into the J.R. Ward Black Dagger Brotherhood series. A lot of people make a big deal out of this series, so I got it because I wanted to see what the big deal was, and like I said, Peace Love Books loves this series, so and I love her show too, so I was like, you know what, she gives really good recommendations. I can't go wrong with this. So I didn't realize how big of a series this is, but it was worth it. But guys, I will tell you though, it is extremely difficult to get a complete hardcover set of this book series because the first two books are really hard to find in like hardcover print. It's really expensive, so most people I see have the soft cover, but I have a mixture of both, and I was really fortunate, guys. I got these at a good price too, so I'm grateful for that. So all right, let's get started here. And she looks good too. All right, so there are, okay, so the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, I have the main series. I do not have the spin-off series, because there's actually there's a couple different, this is a very big series. Okay, so there's the main Black Dagger Brotherhood series, guys. Then there's novellas that kind of complement it, and then there is the Fallen Angels series, which takes place a little bit earlier than the main Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Then you have the spin-off series that's called the Black Dagger Legacy, which covers all of the trainees in the series. And then there's a separate series that is the Bourbon Kings. There's the Firefighters. There's a novella for that. And then a couple collaborations. I may get the Black Dagger Legacy, but I wanted to see if I like the main series before I get the spin-off books to read. But I'll probably get those if they're available as ebooks, just because As you can see, I'm limited on space here. Okay, so let's get started here. There are 19 books in all. Good God. So first book is called Dark Lover. So these are my paperbacks here. This one's in good condition, actually. So that we have Dark Lover. So these, yeah, I think these I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it like this, actually. Yeah, that works. Or I'll probably put it on this side so that when I put the other books, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Okay, so we have Dark Lover. Then after that is Dark Internal. This one was kind of beat up, but hey, better than nothing. So we have the Lover Eternal. So that's book 2. And actually put it back here like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have Lover Eternal. Then after that, there's Lover Awakened. So we have Lover Awakened. Well, I don't have that one. Gee, what is with me? I thought I had it. No, I don't. So, Lover Awakened, I'll have to get that. I do have Lover Revealed. So there is Lover Revealed. I thought I bought it, but apparently not. So Lover Revealed is next. And then I have Lover Unbound. So there is Lover Unbound. Then from Lover Unbound, we have Lover Enshrined. So there is Lover Enshrined. Okay. Okay, so we have the first 5 books, but technically 6 here. So we have Lover Unbound, and then Lover Enshrined, and then we have Lover Enraged. Or Avenged. I'm sorry, Avenged. Okay, so these are hardcover, actually. Okay, so then this is my hardcover here of the Lover Avenged. Looks so hot, though. Alright, so... I'm thinking, guys, actually... I'm gonna see if this works. And see if I can get... I have to do it like this for this to really work. I think this would work better, actually. Yeah. Alright. So now we have... Yeah. Showed this already, but whatever. Love Avenged. And then After Lover Avenge, we have Lover Mine. Okay, so then here is Lover Mine. Oh, let me show you. This cover is pretty hot though, not gonna lie. So there's Lover Mine. And after Lover Mine, we have Lover Unleashed. I like this cover because of the eyes. That's so cool. So Lover Unleashed. There we go. And then from Lover Unleashed, that's book 9 actually. So alright, so Lover Avenged is book number 7, Lover Mine is book number 8, and then Lover Unleashed is book number 9. Then we have Lover Reborn. Lover Reborn is book number 10, so it looks like that. So I'm gonna have to do it like this. Then I know I have to like continue it like that. Okay, so Lover Reborn, then Lover at Last, which is book number 11. Okay. And Lover at Last. Then The King. That would be funny if I ordered all the books except for 2. How funny is that? Okay, so here's The King. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. Yeah, that works perfectly because then I know I have to continue this way. Okay, so we have The King. And then we have The Shadows, which is book number 13. So here's The Shadows. Oh, I'm like tripping over stuff here. So all right, so Shadows is book 13. Then we have The Beast, which is book 14. That's how it looks like there. We got The Beast, book 14. The Chosen, which is book 15. This one is really good condition. Got it used, but man. So there's The Chosen, looking fine as hell. Alright, then we have The Chosen, which is, yeah, book 15. The Thief is book, or 14 is The Beast. The Chosen is 15. Then we have The Thief, which is book 16. So these are like the newer books in the series. After The Thief, you have The Savior, which is book 17. And then after The Savior, there is this kind of smaller book here, which is called Where Winter Finds You. It's a Cadwell Christmas. And this came in good condition too. And it also has an excerpt from this book that I'm about to show you, which is the current book that just came out last month. And this one is called The Sinner. This was the one that Peace Love Books was going so hard for. She was so excited, which I don't blame her. All right, so I am missing like 2-3 books, so I'll have to get those in the future. If not, I'll just get, if it's available, the ebook version. And then this I highly recommend, guys. It has the novella in here, and this one, yeah, Yeah, it has an all new original novella and a preview of Lover of Avenge. This is the complete insider's guide to the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So if there's things you're confused on, or if you just want to know more about the universe of Black Dagger Brotherhood, you may want to get this. So I was lucky, I just decided to get it. All right. So, and then I can just and then you know what I'll have to do, guys, just for space reasons. I may have to fill some of my vampire books maybe here at the bottom so it's like congruent. Because I like reading about vampires. And I do like I said, historical fiction, historical fantasy, all that stuff. But yeah, there we go, guys. So that is the end of the first two parts here of my reorganization of my books. But I may have to switch things around again. Who knows tomorrow? Because I may get some. I made, guys, like a pretty decent sized order of books, but because I figured, I was like, you know what, we're in a quarantine, I might as well be doing something productive like reading and working out and taking care of myself, right? So all right, guys, you can keep in touch with me the following ways. Once again, I am both on Instagram and Twitter, which is at bookshade and then the number 1 all together. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learning a little bit more about the books that I like to read. But I also wanted to share this process with all of you, so now you guys have an idea of how I like to organize my stuff as well. So all right, guys, I'll see you later on today, actually. So I figured, I didn't know it was gonna take this long, but it was worth it. Okay, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and like I always say, remember to embrace the darkness of reading. I'll talk to you guys later on today. Take care, guys.